Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry for the extra um, stream starting screen. I try to keep it to 5 minutes. Give people a chance to come in. Got a little waylaid, but that's okay. That's okay. How is everybody this morning? We are doing Valheim today. Normally this would be a Kina day, but I am kind of going through some switching from slobs to OBS. It wasn't doing very well with Kina at all, and there was a temptation to switch to OBS in the first place because I mainly went with slobs because it was easy for beginners. And now that I've been streaming for a month, a little more ready to try something a little bit easier. Well, not easier, but better settings for streamers, but a little bit more complicated. So I decided to just make it easier on myself and skip Kina today and focus on Valheim and go from there. I have gotten the start of OBS set up, so that's awesome. Now, last we left Valheim yesterday, we were dying incredible amounts of times. And I have since gotten back a decent part of my gear. Now, we still have a whole mess over in the swamp. I did get rid of the body pile, so that is an excellent start. But there's still gear and iron over there, things to collect, and there's still quite a few mobs. I believe a wraith, definitely some certlings. So I didn't clean up the whole mess off stream. Good morning, Dedication. How are you this morning? I am starting off with just some farming, getting some of my resources back. Pretty good, pretty good. I mean, today's going by quickly. I can't believe it's almost 10 already. It feels like I literally just got up. But yeah, we're doing well. Slightly disappointed to not be playing Kina, but I also am still stuck in that game. Didn't get a chance. Yesterday ended up being really busy. So I didn't get a chance to kind of look up and figure out where the heck we're going next, because I've certainly given it a good try to figure it out on my own. And I really do want to progress in the game, but... Ooh, just getting up. Ugh, my night owl heart is jealous. I am a morning person by force, not by choice. Yeah, exactly. Like, I worked 4 years straight midnights, and let me tell you, I was thriving. But kids got a schedule. You do what you do. I take it that's early for you? I mean, that's about when I normally go to bed, but I ended up waking up. I didn't sleep the greatest, but I could have slept worse. Yeah, absolutely. I have something similar. I do have a panic disorder and have anxiety attacks and stuff like that. And I can tell you, sleep is crucial. There is nothing that will set you up for a bad day faster than not getting enough sleep. Yeah, it really is. It's amazing how much of your body regulates on your circadian rhythm and how tired you are. And it's just, wow. I'll say that. Yeah, so. But I am a creature of habit. I don't like change. I'm dragging myself kicking and screaming through it. Silver's probably getting annoyed with me going, it's easy, just do it. But it took me a while to figure out slobs in the beginning too. So it's like, oh man, do I really have to start over and figure all this out? But I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Yesterday's news did not help. It's like, really? You were asked to leave OBS out of the name and you did it anyway, and people are getting confused by it. I have definitely seen copyright lawsuits win with exactly those situations. I can see slobs getting sued real fast. But of course, the major reasoning was it was messing up with Kina. Like, I couldn't believe it when I watched that VOD back, how bad the stream quality was. It was pretty bad. So I did a test run with OBS this morning with just the basic settings that Slob recommended. And Kina looked like it was streaming well. Or going to stream. I just recorded. I didn't go live with it, so we'll have to see next week. In the meantime, recouping from yesterday's massive losses was appealing to me much, much more than struggling through Kina and trying to figure out what the hell you're supposed to do next to progress in the game. But we'll make sure that it goes back into the regular time slot next week for sure. So what games are you playing, Dedication? I know you do the I know it wasn't Guitar Hero, but it was similar. I came into one stream with that. I absolutely wouldn't Rocksmith. Ah ha ha. Yes. Oh, with a real guitar. Oh, I didn't know that. That is cool. I certainly wouldn't turn down help. I would feel bad if she comes in just for that though, but I mean, I'll be streaming it again on Tuesday. She's welcome to come on in. I absolutely accept help always. It is a really cute game though, but there are times where it's like, okay, I know I have to do something. I just don't know what it is. I was able to find a help page as well that kind of details where some of the things are. I don't know how helpful it's going to be, but like I said, yesterday kind of got real busy real fast, and I just didn't have time to really even look at it. I just had enough time to do a little bit of looking into slobs, because to me that was the higher priority. Oh, you play with Psycho Cheerio. Oh, lovely. League of Legends, Back 4 Blood, Dead by Daylight, and Call of Duty. Oh, cool. Cool. Those are awesome games. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to keep up coming in new to this. Who's all friends with who and nosy, but like I know a large part of the people that I have connected with are through Omni and Silver. Um, but yeah, it's like it's taken a bit to learn everybody and who's friends with who. But I'm loving it. I mean, that's the awesome part about streaming is, making new friends and forming a community. And that's something that I've really been missing lately. And that is just making me so happy. I mean, my kids are getting older. They don't need me as much, and they're gone half the day. So it's kind of nice to be getting something a little bit for myself. Oh, yeah, I had that set there just to be ready to make a portal. So let's just leave that. And oh, lovely. Yeah, I've met her a few times and talked to her. I'm not sure that I've watched any of her streams yet, but she's definitely a wonderful person. I couldn't believe that on Saturday night she was like making up multi-links for us and posting it in chat, and so helpful and so nice. I'm really glad I met her too. Yeah, that's why. So if I looked first thing in the morning, I might possibly catch her like Silver and Nova. I've managed to be able to play with them a couple of times just because I was up early and they were up ridiculously late. Oh yeah, those are the trophies I was going to put away. All right, so we need some arrows, majorly. I know, right? And I've found this out over the years so many times with the internet. It never fails. The people you connect with the most are always in different time zones, which is like, come on. Oh, it drives you nuts. So she's in the same time zone as me then. I'm in Canada, but I am Eastern Standard Time as well. Ooh, +5, yeah. That's really tough. Oh, right, you were Ontario as well, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, Trep is from Quebec as well. Trep the Snake. I ran across his streams when I was literally just looking through the category for other Valheim people to potentially raid and get to know and network and stuff like that. So I got talking to Trep, and he is really nice, really, happy to engage with you on Twitter and, help promote you and give you shout outs and he, really nice person. But yeah, he's in Quebec as well. So yeah, since I got to know him, he comes in and lurks periodically, and sometimes he's raided and I've raided him. Like, it's been really nice and helpful for me, especially starting out. A good person to get to know. Very good person to get to know. Yeah, that's awesome. There's nothing better than feeling really proud about where you're from. Oh, I need to eat because I left my home base. That's why I have no stamina. Yeah, and Montreal seems like really diverse and a neat place to go. My husband went there once, but I've never been in Quebec outside of. We went to Ottawa once for a vacation and we were looking for a nearby place to eat. So I just used GPS and it's like, oh, there's a McDonald's 2 kilometers away. And I'm like, okay. Told it to take me. And all of a sudden we're looking, going, why are the street signs different? Oh, we're in Quebec now. Yeah. We were right up by Parliament. We were actually staying in, oh, what's that? It's a castle turned into a motel right near the border there. So that's where we were. And we got there, and it was a very long drive for us. We got there and the room wasn't ready yet. So we're like, okay, let's go get something to eat. It was our first day there, so we really didn't know where anything was located yet. So I'm like, oh, I'll just Google it, like Google Maps, and see where the closest, like, McDonald's is or something like that. And it's like, oh, okay. We're in Quebec. But we were there for the sum total of about an hour, so I don't think that really counts as going to Quebec. Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think a single McDonald's is very representative of Quebec culture. It was a really nice trip, though. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Just unbelievably diverse. We're starting to get that where I live. Like, there are starting to be quite a few different cultures in our city. It's slow coming, but like, definitely Toronto is like that. It's just unbelievable how diverse it is. I had my first experience eating Ethiopian food. That was cool. And very tasty, actually. Would love to go back again. Oh, I hear a troll. How fantastic. We found trouble already, but this kind of trouble I can handle. There you are. Let's just jump a few times. Not that I need the hides, but I'll take the money. Oh. No stamina. One troll down. Let's see what other resources we can find. Really low on blueberries. And then a little bit, I think we'll head to the swamp and fix the rest of my mess. I don't have my belt back yet. That will allow me to carry extra. Definitely want that. Yeah, I found the trader a little while ago, like Friday. Yeah, he was right where I thought he was going to be, right over here. So that's part of where we were, where we had that massive death loop. Like, that's just wow. So I had already quite enough coins to buy the belt and the fishing rod and some bait. So that's awesome, but that belt is at the moment in the swamp. I could just go and buy another one, but I still have other stuff to get back, so... Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic after all that looking. I went one more place and boop, there he was. It's like, seriously? But at least I finally found him. I was hearing some people, good morning, Abdullah, how are you? Yeah, it's usually how it is. I kept hearing some people saying, oh, I didn't find him till nearly the end of game. And I'm like, oh, come on. I'm in single player. Like, I need more pockets. It's not bad when you're like playing in a group and you can all carry stuff back, but 3 spawns, yeah. It is currently morning for me, but I certainly appreciate the greeting. I do the same thing too. Like, I constantly say, hey, good morning, because that's what it is for me. And I know you're in evening. How has your day been? I should say, not going. Mine's just starting. We are at the moment just getting resources back up. Wandering around in dangerous dark places. Which is always fun. Oh, thank you. I definitely would not want to do radio, but it works out well for Twitch. I can't imagine trying to start a whole new career. A lot of people that get into radio actually have college degrees. They don't just happen into it. So yeah, my old ass going back to college, no. But that does remind me of a funny comment people make here where they say you have a face for radio. It's not a nice compliment. No, I haven't heard of that story. Is it more local to your area? we do get quite a bit of international news, but unless it's a really big story breaking. Oh, in the USA. Lovely. Yeah, we could have heard that. I have been kind of really avoiding news a fair amount right now. It's just a little bit better for my anxiety and my well-being to moderate how often I'm hearing bad news, yucky news, and the news is full of all that stuff. So, but that is awesome. I love hearing stories like that. Really kind of restores your faith in humanity when you hear of somebody down on their luck, just really making a start and getting back on their feet. Even better if you love your job too. I know. I've looked. There is absolutely no settings for me to make the game brighter. It's also nighttime currently, so I mean, naturally it is going to be a bit dark. And I wanted nighttime because there's more graylings. I'm needing more resin, which is what you use to make fire arrows. And the source of resin is graylings, so being in the nighttime right now is kind of to my benefit. Because there's a resin donor right there. Oh, I have no stamina, but that's okay.
You shall not pass!
These guys are pretty easy to kill once you have a good weapon. Oh, but there's a troll. He's not that easy to kill. And he's not really what I'm looking for.
A few moments later.
Exactly. A few moments later, we run into a much bigger enemy. And I've already killed one troll today. Do you have the points? That's entirely up to you. I mean, we know all too well, I do not care about getting killed in the game. I wish I could remember who suggested that. Somebody did from Omni's chat. Somebody said, oh, you should have to go hug a troll. And I was like, all right. That would have been last week, I believe, when I finished the challenge. I can't see. Guys, come on over here to get killed so I can see. Thank you for your resin donation. It is greatly appreciated. I gotta remember how to dodge roll. Not that the shaman's poison does a whole lot of damage. I honestly don't worry about it too much, but it'd be good practice. There's some sort of key combination. Yeah, I don't have that chat command. But I can give you a highlight of the weather. It's cold. No, I don't want weather. chat command, to be honest. In Canada, we have 2 seasons, winter and construction. Winter and road construction is the joke. And it's crazy because it's the middle of November and they are still quite a few places setting up new road construction. It's like, guys, it's already snowed once. It can snow any day. Why the hell are you starting new road projects? I don't get it, but they're doing it. And they do it every year. Oh, how full is my inventory? Oh, it's full. We don't need carrot seeds that badly. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, Ontario is a really lovely place. Although I'm biased. Biased in my opinion, I'll happily agree that. The other joke people like to make about the weather is if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. And that's how often the weather changes. Why is there a troll all the way over here? All right. You're gonna have to go. You're right up against my base. So much for saying that I really don't see trolls very often in my own world. This is starting to get proven false a lot. Get your butt out of my screen. Yeah, there's been some interesting complications with international students. I can't say I've kept up on a lot of it, but I do hear stuff on the radio from time to time about different problems that are going on with international students studying in Canada. Ooh, raspberries, we need those. Just need this troll to die. Be nice if we had a little bit more space between us. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of international students at our colleges. They tend to be a lot more from India, to be honest, but that's part of what really keeps the colleges running, to be honest, is the extra tuition that they get from international students. Well, I mean, that's a stereotype that's really unfortunate because I have met plenty of people from Quebec who are lovely people, but I mean, there is no doubt that relations between English and Francophone speakers is strained at times, and there is a lot of work that still needs to be done for the Francophones to really get the respect and appreciation that they need to feel from the rest of Canada. It's a very, very, how to say it? Yeah, I think that's a very fair statement. Dedication, I think I would go further to say, though, that there's a lot on both sides that need to come together and really just find a good way forward. And the government isn't doing much to help that either. Like, some of the laws that have been put in place to protect the French language also irritate a lot of English speakers. Those laws are needed and necessary, but at the same time, they could have been adjusted to be a little bit more balanced for both sides, you know? But Canada for the Show, Just for Laughs. Yeah, that's a good show. It's a good show. But you really can't base your whole opinion just by one or two people's perceptions, because their perceptions really could be colored by a really bad experience one way or the other. You know, like I am a very balanced person when it comes to tolerating different cultures and religions and all of those things. I default to trying to find a way to get along, but not everybody's built like that. And so you have to kind of know if that opinion is coming from somebody who doesn't even try to understand a different point of view. Oops, took out a blueberry bush trying to whack the deer. One second, I'll get to your question in a second, Abdullah. I don't have a problem with them wanting to hold on to their language and heritage. That said, I have a friend who lost his board game store because all of the games he had in the front were bilingual, and he had a game in the back that was only demoing, and it was only in English. They shut him down, took his business license, and that was it. Yeah, I mean, it's stories exactly like that where I'm kind of pointing to that the politicians screwed it up a little bit. You know, they have put laws in place to protect the French language, which I fully agree with. I fully agree with being a bilingual country, but I also have heard similar stories of, you know, a company that does contract work and would do most of their work in Ontario, but occasionally would be going across into Quebec, and they forgot to change the magnetic advertising on the side of their truck. And the advertising on the side of the truck was bilingual, and they got fined because it had English on it. And that when they were in Quebec, it needed to be French only. And I think that's going a little bit too far. And that has nothing to do with the people living in Quebec. That has everything to do with the politicians. So bilingual is two languages. So when it comes to official languages in Canada, we have two. So all of our schools must teach both. All of our government employees must speak both. Also on our packaging, there must be both French and English for every word on your packaging of your product. That's basically what bilingual means, is two languages. And so it's a law, and you can be fined for not having both and all of those things. French only or French font has to be bigger than English. And has to come first. Yeah. Yeah. And apparently this person that I was talking to that was a contractor did have, they were just magnets that stuck to the side of your truck and had his business name. He did have one specifically made for Quebec, but he hadn't switched to it. So, well, that's exactly what we've been talking about, Abdullah. The majority of Canadians are English speaking, yes, but Quebec, which is a French speaking province, is a part of Canada, and part of the way the government tried to make sure that the French language was protected was to basically force all of Canada to acknowledge and use it. And there is a lot of back history with the Métis, I think. My history is a little lacking, but there is a lot of back history of atrocities against the French people, and I think that it was a restitution that was necessary. But you can choose anywhere in Canada to use English as your main language for business, but if you have signage and all of those things, French does need to be included. So I mean, it's not the hardest of thing to hold to. And getting back to your earlier question, though, what do I think, or what does Canada think of Saudi Arabia? That is definitely, I can't speak for all Canadians, the way you've worded that. But what I can say personally, what I think is that I don't know a whole lot about Saudi Arabia. I know a decent amount about the culture and some of the religions and things like that. And I think it is a country that is struggling, just like a lot of countries that are struggling. Even countries that do have a democracy still have issues and problems. No governing style is perfect. But like I said, I tend to look at things from a balanced perspective. I try to see things from both sides. Always have, always will. If there was a city in my country that doesn't speak the country's language, be kind of furious about it. Well, I mean, that's part and parcel of Canada being a melting pot, and part of the history of Canada is being a country of immigrants. So there is many different ethnic groups, different religions. You've got to be tolerant because almost nobody is native to here outside of the native Indians and the Eskimo. The majority of the population can trace their roots back to Ireland, Scotland, England. It is a country that grew from colonization. So, you know, you're not doing yourself any favors to be mad that something is different than what you would be, you know, the language you would speak or the religion you would practice. Like, to be honest, if I went out to the grocery store, I could honestly tell you I would see Asians, I would see Indians, I would see Muslims, I would see white people. Canada really is a melting pot, so not to say that everybody here is tolerant, because I certainly know people that are not. I know that racism is still fairly rife in Canada, but for the most part, people are very tolerant of other religions and languages and things like that, because you kind of have to be. All right, so let's go to the swamp. I collected up a decent amount of food so far. And I think I put the, yep, swamp 3 here. Were you always in Quebec dedication, or did you move there later in life? I'm just curious about the history being taught in Quebec. Is there a lot of history taught about the colonization or anything like that, or is it mostly history that revolves around Quebec? Ah, you were into wrestling. Yes, yes. I can't say I was into wrestling, but I recognize the names. Hey, dear, come here. Actually, it's pretty funny. I used to know some people that swore up, down, sideways on their mother grave that all of wrestling was real, even though it was very clearly scripted. And oh my goodness, we used to love sitting there watching wrestling with him and kind of teasing him about it being fake. Oh, hello. I guess we're getting rid of you guys first. Good. I was gonna go get that blob. So I hope I'm not giving you any spoilers, Abdullah, about the fact that wrestling is very scripted. And I just stood there and let him hit me. Why? Because my fingers weren't on the right keys. Haven't hit him yet. I need stamina. Bret's Hart came to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. Oh, that's cool. I never knew his daughter wrestled, but like I said, I wasn't huge into wrestling. I mostly just saw it occasionally because a friend's sibling was crazy into it. Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan, and all that fun stuff. Okay, we need to go this way. There was a wraith, too. Should have brought my hoe with me. Okay, we are approaching the Badlands. Oh, I don't know what that is. I know there is honestly wrestling that isn't scripted and is real and a cool sport, but WWF was absolutely very scripted, very planned ahead. But I mean, it was great entertainment. But I can't believe how many people would just like absolutely believe. I know he's a wrestler. Are you kidding, Dedication? That is so cool. I loved him in Princess Bride. I know he was known for being a wrestler, but my God, in Princess Bride, he was awesome. Okay, there's my belt. Okay. Let's get this back. This back. Stock up the arrows. This can stay for now. Oh, maybe that's something I want really badly. And my food. Okay, let's take that back. My husband's family was part French. Yeah, understandable. You really wouldn't. He was a really cool dude. He was really cool. Have you ever watched that movie? The Princess Bride? If you haven't, considering he's your he was your godfather, you really should. He had a great part in it. And he probably wasn't even drunk with his size. Of course you have. Yeah, I love that movie so much. Inconceivable. Great movie. I hear a wraith, so let's just get her butt back. While we have all the things we want. Yeah, I don't know too much more about him, and I bet there's probably some really awesome things. Oozer. Yeah. We're just gonna peace out for a minute. Be thankful we have our stuff back. Ignore all these bad dudes. And hope we really don't get stung by a leech. This is our plan. Is Lex Luger still alive? That would be my question. I can't imagine anybody body slamming Andre the Giant because holy crap, he was giant. Oh, that'd be really cool. Really cool to see. I've always found that really interesting. Like, I've read a fair amount of memoirs by celebrities. And it's really interesting when you get to see them as, like, an actual person. not their persona or anything like that. Alan Alda was one that, yeah, we need to get out of here. Alan Alda was one in particular that I loved him in MASH. That was what he was most known for. He did a lot of other things too. And you get a very specific perception of what he's like based on the roles he plays. But when you read his memoirs, there was just so much more to him. And he was a really cool dude. And there were things that went on in his life that were kind of shocking. Like he almost died during filming because he was in some remote location and had a hernia, but the hernia was strangulated, which is actually quite deadly. It can be without immediate surgery. So here you have somebody famous just about dying like the rest of us because he was not near medical care. But of course, being a celebrity, he was able to get flown to medical care quite easily. But I mean, it's stories like that that's like really cool. Yes, they do. That's very unfortunate. And I think it would be really interesting to see what medical advancements would be able to do for them now that they weren't able to do before. But yes, they do typically have shorter lifespans. Okay, so this armor is back. That is a complete set. That armor's back. I'm still missing my troll armor, so we haven't got everything yet. I'm not sure who Mae Young is, to be honest. To be honest, if it was Asian culture, I'd have a better chance of knowing about it because my daughters were adopted, so I tend to kind of look up their culture a lot more naturally. Oops. Stone. We got some cores. Keep hitting my signs. And oh, withered bones to put away. Got some of my food back, which is awesome. And more of that. Okay, let's put our swamp key away. And that. Just keep one potion on us. Okay. And actually, we could free up some more slots if we put away our pickaxe and our... Oh, yeah. Yeah, like I said, I didn't follow wrestling closely. I just picked up a fair amount along the way, but no, I didn't know who Mae West is. Dogs are still fine. Crops are still growing. Oh, my potions are ready.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, May West is a company that makes desserts as well. Here we go. Let's see what else we can get from the swamp. Because I see most of what I want, but I don't have my troll armor, which means there is still more to gather back up. Oh, you could be right. You could be right that it's a type of cake and not. I thought it was a dessert company, but I could be wrong too. Wouldn't be the first time. It definitely won't be the last either. The Peanut Gallery agrees. I see them picking up on the mic. Probably not loudly, but... yeah, same concept either way. Devilishly bad food for you that tastes oh so good. It reminds me, I haven't had passion flakies in so long. Should buy some. Not that I need them. I think that has to be the favorite thing that Vachon makes. Hello, 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 Omni Queen. Oh, did you really? Yeah, growing up, we wouldn't get that stuff too often, but we would get them. The caramels are also a favorite. But I think my favorite has to be the passion flakies. I mean, whipped cream, jam, and pastry. What is not to love with that? Hopefully, the Wraith has despawned. Leah, I hear you. You settle. Come on, get your arrows out. At least these guys are fairly easy to one-shot. Man, they're a pain in the butt. Uh-oh. No stamina. Let's hide. Getting mixed up, but that was Bowen actually. She's got something getting her all excited. Come on. There we go. We are not in a death loop spiral today. Okay, so here is that. Gone. All right. And I saw another one over there, so let's get this stuff back, but let's quickly make sure where those grave markers were. I'm going to have to delete them soon. So crazy, all I needed to do yesterday was just kind of focus. Focus and get things killed and get my stuff back. Speaking of junk food, I have to laugh though. One of my favorite memories as a kid was where I lived. We had somebody in the neighborhood that worked for Cadbury's. And so when you went trick-or-treating for Halloween, you always made sure to hit up that house because you would get full-size chocolate bars. And I mean, that was pretty big deal when I was growing up, is like, full-size chocolate bar, oh my god. And it was like, the other thing that was a big deal is if you found a house that would give out cans of pop. Because it wasn't very often you would get cans of pop. Thank you for the resin donation. We can't pick up the deer meat, but that's okay. We'll walk back that way. And of course we picked up the iron we tossed to the side too. We need to, bing, there it is, put that away. Any new piggies? Hello. Huh, I guess they don't eat. I thought they did, but they're hungry and they're not eating the honey. I don't want to waste those. We'll bring them some raspberries. That's a little easier to get. But I mean, we have so much honey. Why can't we use the honey? Go feed our boars before they die. Yeah, this is going a lot better than I expected it to. So, treasure. See how much we've got? Like, just a ridiculous amount of coins, too. 'Cause I had gone so long with trying to find them that I hadn't. I had picked up quite a lot of amber and rubies and all that fun stuff. Okay. Trophies. And I finally got the obliterator, which makes me incredibly happy. I can finally get rid of stuff I don't need. That is awesome. This. And this. That has got to be the best thing they have put in the game. You gotta look and remember what we need to be able to make sausages, because I have just a ton of supplies for that. There we go. We'll put our coal away. Getting there, getting there. Okay. Now, where are... Yeah, it's under crafting. You can get the iron cooking station, but that's not an upgrade for our food. We have all of those. Got the forge, the bellows, the anvil, the grinding wheel. I don't think we made the smith's anvil. Oops, I need to double check. Forge bellows, the grinding wheel. That is the cooler, and yeah, we didn't make the smith's anvil. I'm surprised that we're up as high as we are, but let's do that. Oh, we need 20 and 5 wood, so let's deal with that. All right. I really need more places to put the stuff, but I am fully intending on redoing where the forge is entirely. So, let's see if we can put it behind the building for now. So that probably will work. Okay. What level do we have on our forge now? 7. Nice. Okay. So do we have more upgrades? Because we already got the tool rack. That might be the max level for the forge. So we have all of that. Okay. But I did say that another fermenter wouldn't be bad. We'll do that another time. Oh, goodness. Big stretch. Yippee! We need more wood. We've been away from our home base so long that we're not taking good care of it. There we go. Squeaky chair. All right, I am going to take a brief break, get another drink, have a stretch, all that fun stuff. So I will be about 2 minutes, and then we'll get back into the swamp, finish collecting up all of our stuff. This isn't exactly thrilling content today, but certainly is necessary to get all of that stuff back. I will be right back, and we'll see you in a minute. We are back with the sweater. It's not very cold temperature-wise, but it has definitely gotten a little damp in the last little bit. Although, I probably should have grabbed socks too. That would have really helped. But to be honest, I hate socks. I really do. If I could be barefoot 24/7 every day of the year, I'd be in my happy place. Go. Farming is so tedious. I say that every time. But it also really helps. We got one little piggy. Really need to set up a base somewhere else as well and find 2-star boars to breed, because boy do you get so much more. Meat, and they do breed a little slowly, so whoops, no, we don't want to go in there. We wanted to grab our cultivator, quickly replant, and then once again go get the rest of our gear. We are slowly filling those chests back up, which is fabulous. Okay, now we want, well, we want to plant a whole bunch of turnips. What about some seed carrots? Some regular carrots. Grow, my little darlings, grow. Mommy wants to butcher you. One more row. Good enough. Good enough. All right, let's go see what we need for sausages, because that would be an awesome food to have. We can now make black soup. We need blood bag, honey, turnip. Ooh. We need to start killing more leeches. I do have some blood bags, but we also need blood bags for the medium healing potion. Oh, lovely. Boar meat and thistle. We have lots of both. Well, we will have lots of both. Muck shake. Turnip stew. Cool. All right. And I'm guessing that we're just not going to be able to upgrade that cauldron until we get a new material. So let us fix the tool and then put it away. Fix a lot of tools. And I think once I get everything out of the swamp, I do have some frost resistance potions. I think I'd like to wander up into the mountains, which is probably an incredibly stupid idea, but that's okay. We do stupid things all the time. It's like a rite of passage. Okay. Swamp time! Uh-huh. You followed me out. Oops. Should have waited for him to jump. Let's go this way. Missed. Up. Come here. I'm tired of messing around. There we go. All right. Get all that deer stuff. Perfect. I don't know what it is lately with getting songs stuck in my head, but they really, really need to be better songs. Ay, ay, ay. I will spare you the torment of the song that's going through my head right now. there was a leech in the water, but I guess not. Okay. Well, hello, Shaw. How are you? Thank you for the raid. Let us pop in here a little bit safe and sound. Welcome, welcome, raiders. We are in Valheim today. I just finished up with an epic death loop that started yesterday. We finishing up grabbing all of our gear that got lost in the swamp. And we've been in the swamp for a couple weeks now, gearing up and getting used to the new mobs that we have to deal with in the swamp. And for those of you that were already here, if you haven't met Shaw, Shaw is a amazing, absolutely amazing builder in Valheim. He has some pretty epic builds, gorgeous to see, so you do need to give him a follow and check out his streams sometime. And so that's what we're doing. And I do stream Monday to Friday from 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time till usually noon, sometimes a little later. And that is what we are doing today. So you were playing Valheim last. Were you finishing your build? I know you had said what you were doing after the tower, and I can't remember now. I have a fantastic memory. It's just sometimes selective. There we go. So if you can see, those are all our deaths from yesterday. Which was quite ridiculous. Can't say I was at my top of the game. But we had these guys over here, which are obviously still spawning, but we also had immediately to my right 2 body piles that were spawning in elite draugrs. So I had my work cut out for me, that was for sure. You started a new one, there's a restaurant, a blacksmith, and the new one will be a dry dock. That's awesome. That is so awesome. It sounds great. I will have to stop by and take a look. Building is not my forte. It's definitely yours. You have some gorgeous builds. Oops. I thought you died, but you didn't. All right, so we've got all the body markers from there. We just need to find some others. Can you build a ship, or are you just gonna try and build what looks like a ship on the land? Okay. Okay, you're gonna come after me. Ah, what looks like a ship, yeah. That'd be really cool. No stamina, retreat. No health either. Did I bring? I did not. Ooh, one more hit and we're done. Okay. Aha! That's probably all I'm after. Let's get out of here. Although our health is climbing. No, 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 no. We don't want to play. We want to run away. At one point yesterday, during the worst of the death loop, I had a troll on the edge of the Black Forest. I had several greylings around the troll. I had a wraith, surtlings, Draugr elites, all in one spot. Like, it was just unbelievable. So I'm glad we've figured out this mess. Ooh, you followed me. All right. Oh, no lag. Thank you. There we go. So what all did we collect? Ah, yes, there's my troll armor that I was looking to bring back. All of my fun tools. Yeah. It certainly is a part of my brand, I think. Being on fire and dying in ridiculous ways. It definitely wasn't all bad. I mean, I wasn't getting frustrated. But I'm happy to be officially out of that loop. So here's the grand tour. This is my little starter building where I've put all of my sleeping and workbench and the food prep. But back here is where we built a temporary forge area and smelters. And this is the building that we're fleshing out and working on. I started with the warehouse area because that was a big problem, which was trying to find room to store all of the things. Okay, so we're done playing in the swamp, so we can put our good tools back. And our armor goes here. Did I have any potions? No, I collected them all. So yeah, we'll probably get to doing some building again soon and start getting more nice items built up. My rested bonus is definitely really lacking. We're only at a level 5. But I had the urge not that long ago to go up into the mountains. I haven't been up there yet. I do have a frost resist potion, so I kind of feel like doing that. I'm probably a slight bit unprepared, but not tragically, I don't think. We have company. We have a raid. Well, that's fun. And it is, shoot. How many arrows? Okay. It is a swamp raid. Okay, you guys are pretty easy to deal with. You're not as easy to deal with. Ooh. Okay, let's do a strategic retreat. Okay, let's grab a health potion. And some stamina. Yeah, I know you guys are gonna break through. Yeah, there you go. No stamina. You stay away from my piggies. Okay. We're getting there. The smell is gone. Ooh. Yeah, there's still plenty of dudes, but at least the raid is officially over. Whew. There we go. All right. Let's do some repairs. It's always funny. Yeah, absolutely, Shaw. I know the feeling. You get off a stream and it's like, ooh, I'm ready. I'm ready for some eat and something to drink. So I need my hammer back. You have a fantastic day. And thank you for the raid. I really appreciate that. Okay. Let's check all of the things. Okay, we can't. Once we back up, we'll probably be. Even all the way over here, there's. Although that could be just damage from the rain. I think it's funny. I'll often in the game you're like, "Yep, I've made this plan. I'm gonna go do it," and the game says, "Nuh-uh, we have other plans for you." Thank you for following Alien Organism. I really appreciate that. There we go. Almost done checking our fence line. I don't think they did any damage to my buildings, really. But they definitely pegged my walls. A lot of the walls. And there's where we started. Perfect. And I should say, for those just joining, love to chat, and definitely this is a stream where I welcome suggestions or discussions about the game that we're playing or others. If you like lurking, that's great. We appreciate you, and you are more than welcome to chat at any point in the game. look pretty cool here. And I don't think I have a whole lot of board just yet. Yeah, I don't. I want to make sausages and get some better foods, but that will be a little bit in the making. Deer is over here. More bones. Let's just trade that and start a new place. And more of that. Got more of our Queen's Jam back, which is fabulous. Alrighty, so we are ready for some trouble. As soon as I find an empty spot to put that. So, potions. We want our frost resistance. Let's take 3. Let's take some health and some stamina. Fix everything up and head up into the mountains. I'm curious as to how hard it is to beat the wolves and get wolf pelts. There we go. So which mountain do I want to go to? There's a little one right there. Little one there. Both kind of near that portal. None over there. While I'm at it, we need to get rid of all of these, my God. There, that's better. Never happened. Deaths never happened. Actually, this is the closest. Let's go through our Elder portal. New Black Forest, new swamp, whoops. Trader, so it's got to be one of these over here. Or it might be one that I've, it is. I was going to say, some of them I have reused the portal back at base and just left the old portal standing. I don't know what you're beating up over there, Draugr, but I'm glad it's keeping you busy. He still got me. Yeah, I definitely don't feel rested anymore. I also don't have half the health I used to have. Whoopsie. Oops. Wanted to actually get the deer first. Thank you for the follow. I'm not sure how to say that. Tooth Lintu? Tooth Lintu? Welcome, welcome. Let me know if there's a phonetic way of writing it so I know how to say your name. Although bad chat name pronunciations is a service I do provide. Alrighty. Of course there's a troll over here. Don't you know I want to go into the mountains? Oh boy. Okay, this is not good. The troll I can kind of handle. A dragger on my butt while I'm dealing with the troll, that... I think he just took care of the dragger. That would be really helpful if that was the case. Yeah, usually trolls I can handle okay. The fire arrows are pretty decent. We gotta stop going too close to the swamp. That will be bad news for us. Yes, there's definitely a precedent set and a joke about Lena being troll bait and attracting very many trolls. Can't say I really believed it at first, but they might be right. They just might be right. I don't know if I believe it just yet. But this is like the 4th troll today. Oh, you're right there. Ooh, we need to run a little more. I thought I'd gotten a little bit more distance on you. Okay. Shoot. Yep, that was a bad call. Getting impatient and wanting to get him done with. It's not going to help me. There we go. That did some damage. That did more. A couple more arrows and he'll be gone. There we go. Okay. Mountain time. At least I hadn't taken my potion yet. That would have been really disappointing. Oh, we got a deer too. Nice. We'll take it. Alright. Frost resistance. Let's see what's going on up here. Whew. Tall mountain. I guess we have to go up here. The only thing I'm hoping is that I don't come across a golem. That's looking suspicious. We're just gonna wander further away. Ooh, frost arrows. Nice. Let's kind of keep to the edges a little bit. A dragon egg? Oh, oh, drakes. Yep. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yay, 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 yay. Ah, yep. The mountains are not friendly. The mountains are very unfriendly. Yep. They do a lot of damage. So where was the dragon egg? I didn't see it. Yep. Dead. Many times dead. 194 times since I started streaming. That's okay. We just go grab our stuff and move along. And thankfully, I hadn't taken all of my frost potion with me because I can just go back, grab my stuff and go, okay, so that's the mountains, and run away. So let's take that, take one of those and one of those. And Elder Portal is there. Well, I was definitely curious how the mountains were. I can say I found out. So who plays the game? And what level have you gotten to? What bosses have you beaten? I'm assuming a lot of you probably do play it, coming from Shaw's stream. And if you do hear little squeaks and squawks, that is my birds. I have 2 parrots that are about the size of robins. And they love to chime in. Okay, let's stop running all of our stamina out because that's not helping us. Ooh, that's a gorgeous view. You know, it's funny, I think I was playing this game about a month before I finally looked up in the game and saw the tree and the stars, all that stuff. Okay. I wish I could pop bike there right now. It would really help. Very shortly, I'm going to get to my body. Where is it? Yeah, you guys are just gonna have to wait. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I'm sure I do feel stronger, but I'd like these last two items. We need to do some restacking. Yep, that is everything out of there. All right, let's get out of the mountains. No, 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 Leah. No, no. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, wolf. Okay. I think I have time to do that. It sounds like the skeletons might have taken out that wolf. I'm very curious. Oh, there's a troll. That would be troll number 5 for the day. Well, if there is a wolf pelt just laying there, it will still be there the next time I go back. We need to go this way. Seems like Mr. Troll has lost interest. No, 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 he's still following me. I mean, seriously. Okay, so now where's our portal? A little bit more that way. Ooh, a brute. They're fun. Come on, buddy. There we go. Oh, got another brute. They're awesome if you want to get your blocking skill up. Which I definitely do. I am. Welcome back, Bobby Steels. Yeah, I'm definitely improving. And parrying with the brutes really ups your level fast too. Like you can parry with the greylings, but they don't give you a whole big boost to your skill level. But where are we? Level 4. I mean, it was level 3. It's not hugely better, but I mean, I'm just getting better in general at blocking. Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing that soon. Because I know with the snow golems, you really do need to melee them. And I prefer to take out trolls from a distance, kiting them and hitting them with arrows. But that's not going to work very well on the golems, so it's definitely a skill I need to work on. A lot. Oh! I didn't even see you. You can die. Thank you. I wanted feathers. Like, how dare they get in the way of my archery? Shoot! No, 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 no. It's using my Frostnir arrows. No, no, no. I just picked those up. All right, what do we have in our inventory that we don't need? I'd really like to pick up the meat and the feathers. Oh, that was the rubies I tossed down. All right, let's go back to base camp. Yeah, I have tried a couple of times to parry trolls and attack them up close. And each time, the first swing, smush. But we did find the trader. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned that. I finally got my belt to carry heavier items, which is fantastic. Yeah, I was looking for him for quite a while. He was hiding. So it also means I have my obliterator, which is fantastic. Because like at one point, this was just full of gray dwarf eyes. There's only so many that you need. I'm so glad that they put that in the game to be able to get rid of them. And let's put those away. Save all my good arrows up for when we have a boss fight. And we did briefly foray into the mountain. It was eventful. We did die, but we'll be back. We will be back to the mountain. Oh my god, my brain is just stalling. I will need more of the gray dwarf eyes. Yeah, that's okay. Definitely, especially because if you use the obliterator, you get charcoal. But I am so low on resin that I will be kind of farming up gray dwarves anyway, so I can make more arrows. So I'm not too disappointed to hear that I'm gonna need more. Yeah, let me show you. I'll throw some stone in there. You have to buy a thunderstone from the trader, and then I think it's iron, no, tin, copper, or something to make it. But you put it in. You can fill this sucker up as much as you want, and anything that you want, and then you come over here and you hit the lever and back up a little because Thunderbolt comes down, and when you open it back up you get a portion of that back in coal. So it's actually quite useful. Not only are you getting rid of like 1,001 trophies you don't need, but you're also getting coal that you don't have to farm wood up for to make. So it's really helpful. Yeah, like absolutely you want one. I know. Look at how many I still have, and I burned so many of them. Like, and I still have more trophies in with the hides of all the things. So yeah, and my stack of bones was almost full too. So I'm very, very happy. I will be using the obliterator many, many, many times. They drive me nuts. And the shaman beads as well. Ooh, 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 ooh. We can kill some piggies. And I finally have a butcher knife, but I did find out that you can kill the pigs if you turn on friendly fire. If you turn that friendly fire enabled, you can kill the pigs without the butcher knife. But now that I have the butcher knife, we don't really need it. Okay, we need to feed them as well. Yeah, it really is awesome. Like, for me, that was kind of game changer. Because, I mean, you can plant more trees and get wood growing and all that jazz, but it is time consuming. So, I mean, it's great that you can get something you need by getting rid of stuff you don't want. Like, that's a great deal. Oh, yeah, food for the bees. Let's give them some raspberries because that's easiest to collect up. Always seems to be blueberries that I struggle with having enough. And I do spend a decent amount of time in the Black Forest. Yes, Leah, I hear you. All right. Oops. There we go. Full of food. Oh, it's getting close to ending the stream, so I think we'll just forage up some food because I still am low. And I don't quite have enough time to start anything new today. I also just found out that you can drop a stack of fruit in the boar pen and they'll just munch on it when they're hungry. The fruit never decays. Yeah, when I actually have quite a stockpile, I'll just throw a bunch and then you're for sure not going to have to worry about them dying. I did just put 4 in at the time, but I don't have a huge amount of raspberries at the moment. Which is what I'll hopefully find some more. I haven't gone this direction in a while. One thing I've never figured out is do things respawn when you're in the area, or does the whole game globally respawn things in? Never figured that out. Like, while I'm over here in the meadow, are there more mushrooms respawning in the Black Forest? Do I actually have to be in an area for more of the renewables to grow back and come back in? That's what I've never been able to figure out. Because, like, when you're playing Minecraft, you have to be in the area. Like, if you're not in the area, things are not respawning or like crops growing or anything like that. You absolutely have to be nearby whatever you want for it to do it. But I wondered if this game was a little bit different with that mechanic. Although I do tend to just kind of wander to different areas anyways, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious and never could find a good answer online about it. 3 to 4 hour timer, that sounds about right. We got any necks around? It's a good thing that was shallow because I had 0 stamina. I hear them. I don't see any, but I hear them. Oh, there's one. Jump on your head. I crush your head. I do know that stuff like tombs where you get the circling cores and the crypts, nothing in those respawn. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think that's really all that much of a problem. Like, I have found so many dungeons in my Black Forest that I haven't even visited all of them and cleared them out. There's so many of them I can still hit. Oops. Need our tool, but my hand-to-hand combat's getting up pretty high too. Cubus 84. Really? Really? Yellow shrooms respawn. That kind of makes possible sense because I know I had gone back to a crypt that I had cleared out before, and I usually grab all of them. And so I went into this crypt because I hadn't marked it off as finished. And I'm like, oh, why did I not grab the mushrooms? So I must have, and they came back. I used to go to them for circling cores to make portals, but then I found out how to make a circling farm. Yeah, absolutely. I haven't made one yet, but I do have an area where there's a spawner, so I just have killed quite a few as I've been trying to get my body back. Well, that's good. I don't have to be so chintzy with the yellow mushrooms. Those make pretty decent food if you're low on all the good stuff that you can make. They're not bad for stamina. Ah ha ha ha, raspberries. And the one thing that does drive me nuts about this game is how easy it is to break the raspberries. I used to fight all the time with the axe. I found it pretty effective, especially against skeletons. But that was before I used the mace. I am totally in love with the mace now. But I used to use the axe all the time, and it's so easy. One whack and your raspberry bushes are gone. You just mine a bit under the big flame thing, so there's a big enough pool of water, then they spawn, die, and you get tons of coal and cores. Ah, right. Yeah, that would be easy. And actually, when I go to finish that crypt out, that would help keep me safe as well, because there's that spawner is right near a crypt, so that's what got me in trouble, was coming out of there to take my stuff and take it back. I ran into a wraith. What else was there? A wraith. Elite draugrs from two spawners, and a circling core spawner, all right there in one little area. So it was just like ridiculous trying to get all the stuff back, because I just kept bringing more gear to the swamp and dying and having more to pick up. But that was okay. It was fun, and everybody who was watching was definitely entertained. But yeah, by far, my favorite weapon now is the mace. But there's a lot of weapons I haven't played with yet, though. The Ajir, or whatever that one's called, that looks like a really big pike. Haven't made that. I only just made an ancient spear. Really haven't used it much. Did get to play with a Frostner on another server with friends. Somebody lent it to me for a little bit. That's a fun weapon. But I didn't bring that back to this world. Yeah, this game is up for 2 awards, by the way, which I think is really well deserved. The yellow mushrooms was what he was saying he thought were a finite resource. And then he was in a dungeon long enough that they respawned. I think it's nice the way that they have it set up, that there are some finite resources, just for the simple fact that I could see servers having issues with not enough stuff. You definitely see that, like if you're watching Minecraft and stuff like that, they tend to have like whole areas that all they're for is for mining resources and stuff. And I could see with some of these things that have finite limits that you could have problems, but at least they've built it into the game that you can have a seed world if you really need to. I personally don't think that's really cheating in those aspects. When you've got, you know, like 10 or 12 people in the same world, you certainly could run out of resources. So it's nice that you can take what you need because I did that when I was playing. On Saturday nights, I get invited to play on Omni Queen's server. And just so we don't have to keep spending the whole stream doing nothing but resource gathering, I brought a bunch of food with me so that we wouldn't have to waste so much time. So it was nice that I could do that. I still gathered it up legitimately, you know, like no cheat codes were used, but it saved a lot of time that I was able to kind of farm up that stuff ahead of time. And then when we got onto the server, just kind of get to it. So, although there still was a fair amount of resource gathering that night, but they got to fight Bone Mass and did it, which was awesome. I'd never seen that battle yet. So that is definitely going to be interesting and difficult by myself. Leah's here laughing too. Thank you for your support, Leah. It's one of the funnier things Leah does is if she hears you laughing, she'll laugh back. You did that for the first time yesterday, fighting Bone Mass by yourself? He is big and scary. I raided Canadian Pagan after my stream was done, and he was fighting Yagleith. Holy Hannah. That looked big and scary too. But a lot of the fights, I will say, they seem to have the same thing in common, that with enough patience and using a level head and not charging into battle when your stamina or health are low, that all the fights, excuse me, I got hiccups, all the fights seem feasible and doable, but a little bit difficult, and I don't mind that. Watched a video, went in and tried it and beat him in like 5 to 10 minutes. Awesome. Yeah, I will say it was pretty easy because we had Silver Trail, who is fairly advanced in his world. He was down dealing with Bone Mass up close and personal. The rest of us were just sitting up in a platform that we made, picking them off one by one. So it wasn't a particularly difficult fight, but that has everything to do with Silver being down on the ground, keeping him aggroed on him, and taking a lot of damage and a lot of health potions. So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest. Speaking of stamina, not that that's much of a worry. These gray dwarves don't do a whole lot. Yeah, they definitely don't take a lot of HP at all. But we had 6 of us shooting, and him down there with a Frostner whacking at Bone Mass. So that's where the majority of the damage was coming from, for sure. Yeah, that it wasn't really us that beat him. I will say. But I mean, the whole thing is to have fun, and, you know, if you're not as an experienced player, it's nice if you have somebody to kind of help you along. I still like to be able to try things on my own and defeat it on my own too, but there's nothing wrong with enjoying an easier fight. One thing that bugs me, however, the berry bushes should be plantable and tree seeds should have a self-sustainable drop rate. Absolutely, that's what I was saying about, like, it's frustrating that you can easily, with an axe, take out those bushes in one shot, and then they're gone. And they're gone forever. And yeah, I know you can keep looking to different biomes and finding them again, but, you know, I want more close nearby. And you're right about the trees. Like, it's not one for one. And as far as I understand, the trees do not respawn on their own. They have to be replanted to be grown again. So if you're not getting one for one, you could conceivably end up running out of trees at some point. But you know, they changed a surprising amount in Hearth at Home. It was quite funny that when I first started playing the game was a year ago. So there was no Hearth and Home update. And I got used to the game then. And then I got away from the game. Real life stuff kind of took over. And when I started streaming, I got back into playing Valheim. And when I first saw it, I'm like, you know what? I don't see a whole lot of changes in Hearth and Home. And then I started watching other streams, and it's like, oh my. Yes, actually, there is a lot that they added. So I think, you know, things like that will probably be something that they address in future updates. And I know there is an update coming. I only have 2 mods on my server, the clock showing the time of day and the planting mod where you can plant berries and the other stuff. Yeah, like I kind of hope at some point that just comes into the game vanilla. I definitely love that there are mods available that you can put that stuff into the game. I shy away from them just because I end up often enough fixing crap on my computer as it is, because the whole family uses it. I've got younger children. They are fairly computer literate, but every now and then they'll mess something up in the settings, and I'm just like, nope, I do not want to introduce any other settings that could have more things go wrong. That's the way I look at it. Now, if they had mods for the tablet games I play, I absolutely would put it on the tablets, because that is mine. I'm the only one that uses them. I don't mess them up. But yeah, I've heard so many times of people saying, oh, the mod corrupted the game, and I'm just like, oh my God, I would be just so frustrated. I have zero patience for that stuff. So I stay away. I stay far, far, far away. The carrots are ready, which is good. I can give a bunch to the pigs and not feed them my berries, which are so hard won. It's funny though, when I first picked up this game, I never thought I would be just so enthralled with it as I am, and find so much challenge with it too. Baby piggy, let's name you supper. Okay, let's just toss a bunch in here. There we go. Piggies are fed. And let's put stuff away. A whole bunch of stuff over here is what we've got. Oh yeah, I could throw those in the obliterator too. I forgot about that. I have so many ancient seeds, it's just ridiculous. But then I also, with the spawners I come across, just immediately crush them. Greylings and brutes and all of that are honestly so easy to come across. I don't save them at all. I don't have any treasure, but that's where my 20 ancient seeds are. Let's stick you in there. Here's some bad dudes. There we go. I think I missed some neck as well to put away. Yeah, I gotta go see what's going on. Might have left a door open somewhere. Well, I guess not. I thought I heard a grayling, but maybe he's just on the other side of the fence. Yeah, see, I hear him again. Should have a door there. So what other games do you guys play? There we go. I have to admit to being a little out of the loop with current titles because kids, life, all of that's fun stuff. And I've always played games on and off, but growing up in my 20s and 30s, it was more console games. I only just now got into playing on PC when I decided to start trying streaming. And I honestly think I like it. I like it better than the console, but it certainly is something to get used to. I'm really disappointed the boars won't eat honey either, although I swore I saw them eat it once, but I also saw them tagged as being hungry and there was honey in the pen with them because I have so many bees that I have no problem keeping up on honey. It'd be nice if we were able to feed them that. There we go. I need my cultivator. I love that there's signs. It helps keep me organized, but man, it is annoying that you constantly hit the signs and not the item storage. Like there. Yeah, I am so low on resin. That's not much at all. Okay, let's get the seeds. Get ourselves a whole bunch of turnip seeds. And some carrot seeds, but not that many. We've got quite a bit of seed at the moment. Piggies! I think I heard somebody say too that if you name the pigs, you can't kill them, which would be quite helpful. Yeah, let's get rid of those. We'll fix our tools and find somebody to raid. It is definitely about that time. Whoops. There we go. Alrighty, so who have we got on? Oh, Macon Bacon. We have never rated him before, and he is definitely a person that I've watched a few times and like his stream. So I will put some links in the chat here if you are new to the stream and enjoyed it. Consider giving a follow. I stream Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Normally Monday, Wednesday, Fridays are Valheim. Tuesdays and Thursdays are a different game named Kina. I am having problems with the game lagging out the stream at the moment, so I'm kind of in the middle of working on that, which is why we didn't stream Kina today. But we will get it fixed and back up and running. I do have Instagram and Twitter that I post to occasionally. You're welcome to look me up there. I post some pictures of the birds and other things. So, and definitely thank you for stopping by and watching the stream. And we will send off to making bacon and catch you guys tomorrow. I just gotta remember how it's spelt because he's not in my chat, so I can't just link to him fast. There we go.
No.
Secret channel.
Yeah, I mean, why? There's too much.
I could barely keep up with two-factor authorization as is.
Go right. And you just keep the password for another account.